My beloved brothers and sisters, today I want to take you to a place in your heart that sometimes becomes forgotten. A place where pain sits in silence. A place where worries collect like clouds before a storm. A place where your fears, your losses, your disappointments, your heartbreaks, all of them are hiding. And I want you to enter that place with one powerful truth. Allah never leaves the one who calls upon Him. The world will tell you there is no solution. People will tell you you are finished. Your own mind might whisper, nobody can help me now. But there is a Lord above the heavens and the earth who says, call upon me, I will respond to you. Not maybe, not I will see, not will think about it. He says, I will respond. My brothers and sisters, there is a dua, a supplication taught to us, given to us as a gift, carried by the prophets, used by those whom Allah loved. And it is a dua that solves every problem, removes every anxiety, breaks every chain, lifts every burden, and opens every door. A dua that brings light into darkness and hope into moments that seem impossible, and that dua is Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is sufficient for us, and He is the best disposer of affairs. This is not a sentence. This is not a phrase. This is a shield. This is a weapon. This is a lifeline from the heavens to the earth. When the Prophet Ibrahim LSLM was thrown into the fire by his people, and imagine that fire burning like a mountain of flames, what did he say? Did he scream for help? Did he beg the people? Did he panic? No. His heart called out, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. And the fire became cool and safe for him. When the companions heard threats, when the armies gathered against them, when the world wanted to crush them, what did they say? Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. And Allah says it increased them in faith and He granted them victory. My dear brothers and sisters, you have that same dua, you have that same rope, you have that same connection, the same Allah, Lord of Ibrahim, Lord of Jibreel, Lord of Muhammad, Lord of the heavens and the earth. But we forget to hold it. We forget to say it. We forget to believe it. Some of you today are sitting here with pain that nobody knows. Maybe you have tried everything and nothing worked. Maybe you cried when nobody was watching. Maybe your heart is tired, your soul is exhausted, your mind is overwhelmed. And Shaitan comes to you and says, there is no escape. But I am here to remind you, say it with your tongue, say it with your heart, say it with tears. Say it in sujud. Say it when the world sleeps. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough for you. He always was. He always will be. You lost wealth? Allah is enough. You lost friends? Allah is enough. Your heart broke? Allah is enough. You don't know how tomorrow will look? Allah already planned it. My brothers and sisters, sometimes Allah allows every door to close so you realize the only door you ever needed was His. Sometimes He removes the support of people so you finally lean on Him. Sometimes He shakes your dunya so you return to your akhirah. You might think what is happening to you is a punishment. But what if it is a purification? You might think Allah took something from you. But what if He is saving you from something worse? You might think you are falling apart. But what if Allah is rebuilding you stronger, cleaner, purer? Pain is not always a punishment. Loss is not always failure. Being broken is not the end. Sometimes Allah breaks your heart to rebuild your soul. Sometimes Allah empties your hands so they can finally hold His guidance. Sometimes Allah puts you on your knees so you remember how to prostrate. And in those moments, when you don't understand, when you can't see the light, when you feel alone, you say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. This is not just a dua for the tongue. It is a declaration of faith. It means, oh Allah, I have no power without you. If you help me, nobody can defeat me. If you guide me, nobody can misguide me. If you protect me, nobody can harm me. You are enough for me even if the world stands against me. That is power. That is tawakkul. That is faith. My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes we worship Allah only when things go right. But true faith is seen when nothing makes sense, when you are tested, when you stand at the edge and you don't know what comes next, yet you say, my Lord is enough for me. Allah loves those hearts. Allah honors those hearts. Allah responds to those hearts. Don't think Allah is ignoring you. Don't think your dua is lost. Every tear was seen. Every whisper was heard. Every sujood was recorded. Every moment of patience was written. Allah never forgets. Allah never abandons. Allah never fails His servants. When you make this dua, you are handing your life back to the one who created it. You are telling the world, I don't need you. You are telling your problems, my Lord is bigger than you. You are telling your fears, you have no power over me. Say it when you wake up. Say it before you sleep. Say it when your heart trembles. Say it when life shakes you. Say it when you feel lost. And say it believing, trusting, surrendering. Because when Allah is enough for you, nothing else can break you. Nothing else can stop you. Nothing else can defeat you. My beloved brothers and sisters, I want you to imagine something right now. Imagine the weight you have been carrying, the stress that sits in your chest like a stone, the worry that keeps you awake at night, the fear that whispers to you about tomorrow. Now imagine placing all of that in your hands, lifting your hands to the sky and saying, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is sufficient for me and He is the best disposer of my affairs. Do you feel that? The release, the surrender, the relief that comes when you finally stop fighting battles that are not yours to fight alone. Sometimes we live life like we are in control of everything, as if our strength sustains us, as if our intelligence will rescue us, as if our planning will save us. But there are moments, powerful moments, when Allah brings us to a place where we cannot fix it, we cannot control it, we cannot understand it. And in that moment, Allah is saying to you, come back to me. When you say Hasbunallah, you are returning to the one who never left you. When you say Hasbunallah, you are acknowledging that every door may close, but Allah opens doors nobody can see. When you say Hasbunallah, you are declaring that the one who created the world doesn't need the world to solve your problem. My dear brothers and sisters, do not underestimate this dua. It is not only for tragedies. It is not only for disasters. It is for everyday life. It is for exams. It is for marriage. It is for work. It is for heartbreak. It is for anxiety. It is for fear of the future. It is for protection. It is for peace. Some people say it only when something big happens, but the believers, they whisper it constantly. Why? Because the believer knows something the world does not know. There is no power and no might except from Allah. You see, when you put your trust in people, they fail you. When you rely on wealth, it leaves you. When you chase status, it humiliates you. When you depend on your own strength, it breaks you. But when you trust Allah, just Allah, you will never be disappointed. A heart that says Hasbunallah is a heart that refuses to bow to fear. A heart that says Hasbunallah is a heart that walks with dignity even when the world tries to humiliate it. A heart that says Hasbunallah is a heart that knows I am never alone. My Lord is with me. Let me tell you something powerful. Allah never tests you to break you. Allah tests you to build you. Allah tests you to elevate you. Allah tests you so you rise, so you turn to Him, so you feel the sweetness of dua, so you discover your strength through dependence on Him. Every storm in your life was written not to drown you, but to wash away what was holding you down. Every loss you faced was not to hurt you, but to free you from something that would destroy you later. Every moment of sadness was not abandonment. It was Allah pulling you closer. If Allah wanted, He could solve every problem in your life in 1 second. And sometimes He does, but other times He delays. Why? To hear your voice, to see your tears, to have you come back to Him, to strengthen your faith, to teach you patience, to show you that the dunya is temporary and Jannah is worth every hardship. So when you feel delay, do not feel forgotten. When you feel pain, do not feel punished. When you feel alone, do not feel abandoned. Say it again and again. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until your soul feels it. Say it until your tears turn into peace. Brothers and sisters, some of you are standing at the edge of breakthrough. Some of you are days away from relief. Some of you are moments away from a dua being accepted. Do not quit now. Do not lose hope now. Do not walk away from Allah when He is about to open doors for you. You may think you are waiting for Allah, but what if Allah is waiting for you? Waiting for you to trust Him fully. Waiting for you to let go of fear. Waiting for you to surrender your worries. Waiting for you to finally say, not just with your tongue, but with your heart, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. This dua live inside you. Let it become your heartbeat. Let it be the first thing you say when trouble comes and the last thing you whisper before sleep. Because a believer does not walk powered by certainty in the world. A believer walks powered by certainty in Allah. And when Allah is enough, nothing is lost. When Allah is enough, nothing can defeat you. When Allah is enough, miracles happen. My beloved brothers and sisters, do you know what true strength is? It is not muscles, it is not wealth, it is not influence. True strength is the heart that bows only to Allah. True strength is the believer who stands firm when life shakes, who smiles through trials, who cries to Allah in the darkness of the night when the world sleeps. True strength is the lips whispering, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, when everything seems impossible. We live in a world where people think power is measured by what you own. They measure strength by status, by money, by displays of confidence. But when life hits, when sickness comes, when heartbreak arrives, when you stand at the door of the grave, where is that power then? It disappears, it fades, it becomes helpless. But the one whose faith sits firmly in the heart, the one who says Hasbunallah, that person never loses. Even when the world thinks they have lost, even when everything is taken from them, they still have Allah. And whoever has Allah has everything. There are people walking on this earth with hearts that shine brighter than diamonds because they trust Allah. They are not scared of tomorrow because they know the one who controls tomorrow. They are not crushed by the past because they know Allah writes destiny with wisdom. They do not drown in their problems because they know the solution is with the one who never fails. You know what makes this dua powerful? It doesn't just solve problems, it transforms you. When you say Hasbunallah, you are not only asking Allah to take care of your affairs, you are training your soul to surrender to Him. You are calming the turbulence inside you. You are building a shield against fear and anxiety. You are learning to walk with dignity, knowing Allah is your protector. Some people go through life feeling empty, feeling unsupported, feeling like they have nobody. But the believer says, I have Allah. What more do I need? You may not have money in the bank, but if you have Allah, you have treasure. You may not have people praising you, but if Allah loves you, you are honored. You may not have a perfect life, but if Allah guides you, you are blessed. Sometimes you look at others and think they have everything, but you don't see the storms inside them. You don't see the battle in their hearts. You don't see how they cry behind closed doors. We admire the wrong things. The true treasures are not in the bank. They are in the chest. They are in the heart that trusts Allah. They are in the soul that turns to its Creator in hardship and ease. And my brothers and sisters, remember this. Allah tests those whom He loves. If you were running away from Him, if your heart was drifting, if your faith was weakening, sometimes Allah sends a test, not to punish you, but to pull you closer. Some people return to Allah through blessings, but many return through pain. Because pain wakes the heart. Pain removes arrogance. Pain reminds us we are dependent on the most merciful. So when pain visits you, treat it as a guest that came to purify, not destroy. When heartbreak enters, know it may be a doorway to a stronger faith. When tears fall, let them wash your sins and soften your heart. And with every tear, say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. There were times when you thought you wouldn't survive, but you survived. There were times when the night felt endless, but dawn came. There were moments when you thought you were alone, but Allah was with you. Every hardship that passed left you wiser. Every loss that came left you stronger. Every heartbreak taught you who really cares. And every test was a sign that Allah still sees you worthy of growth, worthy of purification, worthy of being beloved to Him. Do not say, why me? Instead say, oh Allah, guide me through this. Do not say, I can't handle this. Instead say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Your dua is your weapon. Your patience is your shield. Your trust in Allah is your victory. My beloved brothers and sisters, today If your heart hurts, remember, it won't hurt forever. If you feel lost, remember, guidance is coming. If you feel weak, remember, Allah strengthens hearts that rely on Him. If you feel your life is falling apart, perhaps it is falling into place in a way you cannot yet see. There are du'as you made months ago, years ago, and you think Allah forgot. But every dua sits with Allah until the perfect moment. And when that moment comes, the relief will make you cry. The blessing will humble you. The mercy will overwhelm you. And you will say, my Lord never forgot me. My Lord never abandoned me. This life is temporary and its problems are temporary. But your connection to Allah, that is eternal. And the one who builds that connection, who says Hasbunallah, who relies on Allah, walks through life with light. So walk with that light. Carry this dua in your heart like a sword and a shield. Whisper it in the morning. Repeat it when your chest feels tight. Cry it in sujud. Let it be the melody of your soul. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough. Allah will take care of me. Allah will never leave me. Hold that truth. Live with that truth. Breathe that truth. And watch how your life transforms, my brothers and sisters. Let me remind you of something profound. This world was never meant to be comfortable forever. If dunya was perfect, you would never desire Jannah. If everything here made sense, faith would not be needed. If every plan worked exactly how you imagined, you would forget that you are a servant. And Allah is the Lord of all affairs. Sometimes Allah delays your success so He can beautify your soul before He beautifies your life. Sometimes Allah blocks a path not to hurt you, but to protect you from a disaster you could not see. Sometimes a heartbreak saves your iman. Sometimes a rejection protects your future. Sometimes a loss brings you closer to Jannah. So do not rush Allah. Do not doubt Allah. Do not complain about a timing that is perfect in ways you cannot yet understand. Everything Allah does is for your benefit, even when it feels heavy, because even your pain has purpose. And that is why the dua. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil is not just a sentence, it is a worldview. It trains your heart to say, I don't always need to understand, I just need to trust. My beloved brothers and sisters, the truest form of peace is not when life has no problems. It is when the heart has no doubt in Allah. You might be sitting right now in the middle of challenges, deaths, illness, family issues, emotional struggles, uncertainty about your future. And you think, why is my life like this? But sometimes the most beloved servants of Allah are the ones He refines through difficulty. Look at Yusuf Haili LSLM, betrayed, thrown into a well, sold as a slave, imprisoned. Yet at the end, Allah raised him, honored him, placed him among kings, reconnected him with family, healed his wounds, turned every tear into a blessing. Because he never lost trust. He never said, why me? He said with his heart, my Lord is enough. And today, you have the same Lord. You see, the problem is not the pain. The problem is when pain makes us forget Allah. The problem is not the delay. The problem is when we lose faith during the wait. The problem is not the hardship. The problem is when hardship disconnects us from dua. Never let a temporary difficulty disconnect you from an eternal Lord. Never allow a moment of frustration to make you speak words you will regret. Never forget the power of a believer who raises their hands and says, oh Allah, you are enough for me. Some of you are fighting battles nobody sees, smiling outside, breaking inside, acting strong but collapsing in your thoughts. But Allah sees, Allah knows, Allah understands. And Allah never wastes a tear that was shed for Him, not one. Wallahi, never. He will stand and say, if that hardship never happened, I would not have reached here. If I was not pushed into pain, I would never have discovered the strength in dua. If Allah did not close that door, I would be destroyed. And on that day, you will thank Allah for closing what you once cried for. So, my dear brothers and sisters, when you feel overwhelmed, when the heart aches, when the mind is tired, when you don't know what to do, don't rush to people, rush to Allah. Don't fall into despair, fall into sujud. Don't say, I can't do this. Say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Let this dua be the breath of your soul. When fear enters, beat it with this dua. When sadness whispers, silence it with this dua. When thoughts overwhelm you at night, soothe them with this dua. Because when you say, Hasbunallah, you are not saying, I give up. You are saying, I hand it over to the one who never fails. And when Allah takes your affairs, He returns them better than before. He does not only solve the problem, He elevates you through it. He does not only remove the burden, He writes reward for your patience. He does not only change your situation, He changes your heart. Some solutions come quickly, some take time, but every dua leaves your lips and rises to the heavens. And Allah, who is more merciful to you than a mother to her child, says, my servant called me, and I will never disappoint them. Hold on, be patient, keep trusting, keep believing, keep whispering. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough. Allah is enough. Allah is enough. The world may let go. People may turn away. Plans may fail. But Allah never. He is with you. He is watching over you. He is planning for you. And His plan is always better than yours. Keep walking. Keep hoping. Keep praying. Your miracle is closer than you think me. Beloved brothers and sisters, I want to speak to the hearts that feel heavy. The ones breathing but tired, walking but drained, smiling outside yet crying inside. You are not weak. You are not broken beyond repair. You are simply being prepared. Prepared for a level Allah wants to raise you to. Prepared for a blessing bigger than the storm you are facing. Prepared for a light brighter than the darkness surrounding you. Every prophet went through days when the world seemed against them. Every righteous person tasted fear, loss, and confusion. But what separated them from others? They never let go of Allah. They never allowed the whispers of doubt to drown the voice of faith. They never surrendered to sadness. They surrendered to Allah. They never relied on people. They relied on the Lord of people. And when their chests felt tight, when the burden felt heavy, when the path felt blocked, they turned to the only refuge that never closes. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is enough. My brothers and sisters, do you know what true tawakkul is? It's not saying you trust Allah when life is smooth. It is trusting Him when your heart shakes. When you plan and Allah plans differently. When your dreams collapse but your iman stands. When people leave you but Allah holds you. That moment, that surrender is where miracles begin. That is where guidance descends. That is where peace finds a home in your chest. You see, everyone can say, I trust Allah when things are easy. But the believer says it when they are bleeding, when they are confused, when they stand at the edge of losing everything, yet still whisper, my Lord is with me. And when Allah sees you trust Him in difficulty, He will grant you what He never grants others in ease. Some of you are being tested in your family, some in your health, some in your finances, some in loneliness, some in heartbreak, some in fear of the future. But none of you are forgotten by Allah. Not one of you is invisible to Him. He knows the name of every tear that falls from your eyes. He knows every silent dua you keep buried in your heart. Do not belittle your pain. It is a conversation between you and Allah. Do not think your sleepless nights are meaningless. They are recorded in books that never miss a detail. Do not think your patience goes unnoticed. Patience is the crown of believers, and Allah places it only on His honored servants. There are days when the heart gets tired. You pray and you still feel pain. You cry and you still feel alone. You hold on and the rope feels thin. But understand this, every second you hold on for the sake of Allah, you are rising, rising, rising. Even if you feel like you are falling, sometimes the mountain of your trial is big, but the strength Allah placed inside you is bigger. Sometimes the road is long, but the one walking with you never tires. Sometimes you don't see a way, but the one who split the sea for Musa can open 1,000 paths for you with one command, be. So don't ask, how will it happen? Say instead, my Lord is capable. Don't say, I am scared of the future. Say instead, Allah is already there waiting to help me. Don't say, everything is going wrong. Say instead, Allah is arranging something beautiful, even if I don't see it yet. When you trust Allah, you don't lose. Even when it looks like you lost, you are being moved towards something better. Even when a door closes, you are being guided to a greater door. Even when a person leaves, you are being redirected to someone more sincere, or perhaps to a deeper relationship with Allah Himself. Never forget, sometimes Allah removes what you want to give you what you need. Sometimes Allah delays to purify your heart before He delivers your blessing. Sometimes Allah breaks you, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you upon sincerity and faith. And that rebuilding begins with a whisper. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Say it when you feel weak. Say it when you don't understand. Say it when you feel afraid. Say it when the world disappoints you. For when you say Allah is enough, you are not losing hope. You are returning to the source of hope. You are not giving up. You are giving in to the one who never fails. You are not shrinking in fear. You are standing with faith. And the one who stands with faith walks with angels, sleeps with peace, wakes with courage, and moves with purpose. Hold this dua like a treasure. Carry it in your heart like oxygen. Repeat it until your soul believes it and your fears surrender to it. Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Allah's enough for me. Allah will take care of me. Allah will never abandon me. And with Allah, I will raise me beloved brothers and sisters. Sometimes we think that when we make dua, the world must change immediately. We think the moment we say Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, everything should suddenly become easy. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, sometimes changes you before He changes your situation. Think about it. If Allah gave you everything instantly, would you ever learn patience? If Allah never tested your heart, would you ever know what real faith feels like? If Allah opened every road without struggle, would you ever taste the sweetness of victory after hardship? The delay is not rejection. The struggle is not failure. The silence is not abandonment. It is Allah shaping your soul, strengthening your heart, polishing your character, because the destination He is preparing for you is greater than the detour you are currently on. We ask for strength and Allah sends a trial. Because strength is not gifted, it is built. We ask for wisdom and Allah sends a difficulty, because wisdom is not learned from comfort, but from challenge. We ask for patience and Allah gives us moments that require patience. So when life pushes you, say Alhamdulillah. When tears fall, say Alhamdulillah. When you don't understand, say Alhamdulillah. And when your heart trembles, smile gently and whisper, Hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is writing a story for you. A story where struggle leads to strength, where darkness leads to light, where loss leads to something greater, where your faith leads to your victory. My brothers and sisters, no believer walks this path without moments of weakness. Even the companions felt fear. Even the prophets felt sorrow. They cried. They worried. They begged. They fell to the ground in dua. But what made them different? They never surrendered to despair. They never believed Allah abandoned them. They never lost hope in the one who owns all hope. You may feel tired, but do not feel defeated. You may feel alone, but you are carried by angels. You may feel empty, but Allah is ready to fill your heart with peace. Sometimes Allah hides peace inside the very things we run away from. Sometimes the peace you are searching for is not in the outcome you desire, but in surrendering to Allah's decree. When you trust Allah, you do not lose sleep over things you cannot control. When your heart says, Hasbunallah, you release the illusion of control and embrace the safety of divine care. Do your best, tie your camel, take your steps, work hard, walk with the calmness of someone who knows. My success does not come from me. It comes from Allah. This world is full of noise. Voices telling you to worry, to fear, to doubt, but above both those voices is one silent truth that never changes. Allah is with the one who trusts Him. He is with you in the hospital room. He is with you in the courtroom. He is with you in the silent night when everyone else is asleep. He is with you when you sit alone trying to understand your life. He is with you when you cry in sujud asking for relief. And wallahi, if you knew how much Allah loves you, how carefully He plans your life, how gently He protects you, how generously He intends to give you, you would fall into sujud and cry out of gratitude even for the things that hurt. Sometimes Allah delays a gift so you can learn how to value it. Sometimes Allah removes someone so you can depend only on Him. Sometimes Allah breaks your plans so He can rebuild your future on foundations that won't collapse. So do not rush destiny. Do not fear tomorrow. Do not let doubts plant seeds in your heart. Say it again, softly, sincerely, with certainty. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. The one who created your heart will heal it. The one who wrote your journey will guide it. The one who hears your tears will replace them with laughter and peace. Just hold on. Hold on to Allah even when everything feels heavy. Hold on to dua even when you are tired. Hold on to patience even when it hurts. Because the one who holds on to Allah never falls, they rise. You will rise. You will heal. You will grow. You will smile again, and that smile will be more pure, more grateful, more beautiful, because it will be a smile born not from ease, but from faith. And when Allah brings you to that moment, when relief comes, when the burden lifts, when the darkness fades, you will look back and you will say, if Allah didn't test me, I would never have reached here. If Allah didn't take me through that valley, I would never have tasted the sweetness of this mountaintop. And you will whisper once again, this time not in pain but in gratitude, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. My beloved brothers and sisters in faith, let us continue. There is something profound I want you to understand. Allah never delays your dua without purpose. When you ask and it doesn't come immediately, it is not rejection. It is protection. It is preparation. It is elevation. Sometimes Allah Almighty delays to increase your reward, to purify your heart, to deepen your humility, to strengthen your patience, to shape you into the person who can carry the gift you are asking for. You see, if a child asks for a sharp knife, a loving parent will not give it no matter how much the child cries. Not because the parent does not love the child, but because the parent loves too much to let harm come. When Allah withholds, He withholds with wisdom beyond our sight. So today, as you repeat the dua, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil, do not say it only with your tongue. Say it with certainty. Say it with surrender. Say it with the belief that Allah has already written goodness for you, even if you cannot see it yet. And remember something crucial. Dua is a conversation, not a transaction. You don't give dua and take results like a shopkeeper and a customer. Dua is an act of worship. When you raise your hands, you are surrendering your weakness to the one who has no weakness. You are handing over your matter to the one who owns everything. Ya Allah, if this is good for me, bring it. If not, take it away and replace it with what is better. Sometimes what you think will fix you may break you, and what you fear may be the thing that saves you. Brothers and sisters, the world teaches us to fight for control, but Allah teaches us to surrender control. The world teaches us to depend on our strength. Allah teaches us to depend on His strength. The world tells you, you are alone. Allah tells you, I am closer to you than your jugular vein. When a believer truly understands this, peace enters the heart that no storm can remove. We often ask Allah for solutions, but do we give Him our hearts? How many times do we pray with full focus? How many times do tears fall from our eyes when we say, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil? How often do we cry to people before crying to Allah? If there is anyone in this world who deserves your tears, it is Allah. If there is anyone you can complain to without shame, it is Allah. If there is anyone who will never expose your secrets, it is Allah. If there is anyone who understands you, even when you do not understand yourself, it is Allah. My brothers and sisters, you will never regret trusting Allah. But you will regret trusting the world more than Him. So today, say it from your heart. Oh Allah, you are enough for me. You are my protector. You are my guardian. I trust you. I rely upon you. I return my affairs to you. Let the angels carry your dua to the heavens. Let your patience write your destiny in gold. Let your trust become the rope that pulls you out of darkness. Let your tears extinguish the fire of your trials. Let your faith be the key that opens every locked door. And I promise you, not by my word, but by the promise of Allah, that you will rise. Your burden will be lifted. Your path will be opened. Your heart will find peace. Because Allah never disappoints a heart that trusts Him. They may plot against you, but Allah protects you. They may hurt you, but Allah heals you. They may abandon you, but Allah holds you. They may underestimate you, but Allah elevates you. They may break you, but Allah rebuilds you stronger than before. So hold on to the dua that the prophets held. Hold on to the words that saved Ibrahim in the fire, that carried Musa across the sea, that strengthened our beloved prophet in the darkest moments. Say it again from the depth of your soul. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Allah is sufficient for us. He is the best disposer of affairs. When you leave this gathering today, don't leave without making this dua your companion. Whisper it in the morning, say it in the evening, breathe it before sleep, repeat it during hardship, cry it in sujud. Let it live in your heart. And watch how Allah writes miracles in your life, quietly, gently, beautifully, until one day you look back and whisper with tears in your eyes, SubhanAllah truly planned better than I ever asked for. May Allah answer your duas. May Allah lift your burdens. May Allah fill your life with peace. May Allah grant you the strength of faith that never breaks. May Allah protect you and those you love. May Allah grant you ease after every hardship. May Allah never leave you alone for even a blink of an eye. Ameen. Ya Rabbal. Remember always, you have Allah, and Allah is enough. Now go into the world with faith in your heart and dua on your tongue. Speak to Allah, trust Allah, live for Allah, and watch Allah open doors you did not even know existed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.